Again, it's been a while. I've been gone for 2 weeks to Germany for military duties, and I will say every single day I was going somewhere, doing something, exploring the world, living life, let's say. And those 2 weeks were probably the most impactful some of the most impactful experiences of my life, especially seeing uh, I also have a new setup I have a new laptop as well, so I'm figuring out the audio and all that good stuff. But go back to what I'm saying. Uh, Most memorable experiences would be seeing the Swiss Alps and also the Cologne Cathedral and seeing their sublimity, both of them, one from man-made and one from pure nature. And actually, I'll go into that one. I was going to talk about mini deaths today, but I'll go into sublimity. I think I'm saying it right. Sublime. The sublime, sublimity. I'll just call it the sublime. So we'll start off with a definition of the sublime. At least for me, it's an a grandeur or awe that cannot be expressed adequately with language. Now, a good example of that is seeing like grand mountains, right? A grand nature landscape, something that takes your breath away. And that, why say the sublime is something that can't be translated or expressed in words is because what I'm finding is language and words, even with the most prolific and wonderful authors like I was just reading uh, Ralph Waldo Emerson, even with his poetic prose and amazing attention to detail and intricate writing, the language still fails to capture the immensity and awe and grandeur of these landscapes, of these amazing moments in reality that have almost impossible to recapture. And we see this a lot with pictures, right? Taking a picture of something does give a representation of that sublime object. Let's say, for me, the Cologne Cathedral or the Swiss Alps. But it doesn't give an accurate portrayal. It doesn't give the full, all, not description, but full perspective of actually being there and experiencing it. And for me, going into the cathedral, looking up and just staring for 30 minutes, seeing all these details, and almost like the whole cathedral is pouring down on you, telling you to look at it, to experience it, to understand it, to feel its immense weight. You don't get that with a picture. Now, pictures are a form of art, of course, but it's still representation. Same with painting. So there's limits in our language and limits in our representation of our realities and of the sublime. They can't be uh, portrayed anywhere else besides reality itself. Now, what I wanted to go into is trying to understand whether the sublime we find in nature, so let's say the Swiss Alps or the Rocky Mountains or a beautiful oasis, if this sublime we find in nature is the same. What was that? Oh no, falling post-its? I'll check on it later. But I want to see if that sublime in nature is the same as the sublime you experience with man-made objects, things that are made and catch your breath, take your breath away, like Cologne Cathedral. And if you don't know Cologne Cathedral, look it up, find a picture. Like I said, it won't be an accurate representation. You gotta actually go and see it yourself to experience how wonderful it is. But it'll give you a good representation of what we're dealing with. And my the question I'm like struggling with and thinking about is, are these two uh, portrayals of this, or are these two aspects of the sublime, nature and man-made, the same feeling? And it makes me want to go into neuroscience and explore that degree of a master's and a PhD to see, do tests and conduct tests to see if what parts of the brain are provoked during these experiences, and two, are those two experiences, man-made and in nature of the sublime, the same parts of the brain that are being uh, triggered whenever we see it? Because it seems like, at least for me, whenever I experienced the Swiss Alps and then I experienced the Cologne Cathedral, both had similar um, impacts on, let's just say, my soul. And they had a gravitas to them that were very similar. So I don't know the answer to that. It's something I want to keep looking towards, but I do know, well, I don't know, but I want to believe the sublime in either human greatness or nature is something inherently divine, something that connects us all, whether it's through life or the humans who built the cathedrals or the nature that is being portrayed, and being the sublimity, sublime. I want to believe that there's a connection there. There's a connection between us and the humans who built it, and then also the nature that is also something we're a part of, right? That's why we go into nature, is to reconnect with our inner, I don't want to say creature, because that's not the best word, but I'll say it right now, inner creature. Right? Something to connect back with the animals that we are, aside from our ability to be self-aware and self-aware of ourselves and also of this entity's death. So that's kind of what I was thinking about, and I can't believe I went on a rant because I was going to talk about other things as well. But one thing I wanted to end off on is I am going to start doing these videos again daily. It's just those last 2 weeks in Germany have been very hectic. I was working from like 6 to 2, and then like at 2:30, I'd be traveling somewhere else. And I think there was only 1 day where I did absolutely nothing. But I was so tired from the weekend because for the weekend we went to Switzerland, and me, my friends and I each got about 5 hours of sleep from the beginning of Friday to the end of Sunday. So Monday was, let's just say, harsh on the sleep deprivation. And that's kind of the same today too. Well, tomorrow's gonna be worse, but I got up at like 5 o'clock, but to get on my flight, that was 11 hours, and that was pushed at a time change of 7 hours back. So for me, I've been up probably for a good 24 hours. And the day before, or that throughout the night, I was doing only like an hour 30 nap, wake up, do things, do another hour 30 nap, wake up, go to the airport. So really, I only had 5 hours of sleep, and I'm probably gonna feel it tomorrow. But uh, aside from that, I am going to start uploading daily again. So expect those videos. And then I'm also going to be editing one of these videos every single week and I'm posting it on my Raw Education channel. So be on the look for that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to learn a lot. And I can't wait to unpack what makes a YouTube video impactful and good, and also refining my skills of talking to you guys in front of the camera. Because one thing I might want to do in the future is teach college courses, and this is going to be a good prelude to be able to refine my speech and my ability to speak in front of other people, even though it's just a camera right now. You gotta start somewhere, right? Anyways, thank y'all again. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you tomorrow, even though it's a Sunday. I want to get back onto it, so I'm going to do another one tomorrow. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right? Bye.